The boys of Third Day, wonderful, wonderful band from their Christmas offerings. I almost said CD. I'm so old. Listen, as I said, I dig the Wednesday Hewitt thing because look who I get to talk to. That was Matt Continetti. Here's Mary Catherine Ham. Hi, MK. Merry Christmas. How you doing?
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you. We're in the sprint with the kids to December 25th now. There's a lot to do, Mark. There's a lot to do.
Yes, well, I won't keep you. I sense the urgency, but I will borrow you for a few minutes to ask you about a couple of names. I just talked a lot about Pete Hegseth with Continetti, which I'll do with you in a moment. But you had some interesting tweeting, some interesting thoughts. How's the whole Kash Patel thing working out at the FBI?
Yeah, look, so I think Kash Patel is somebody who is obviously more of a bomb thrower, a skull crusher, one might say, that you would send into an agency to reform it. But I'm actually pretty open-minded about that. I saw that the Trump transition agreed with the FBI to have their folks vetted by the FBI, but I actually understand why they were very hesitant to do that. The media has basically edited out the whole part where the agency actually literally used the FISA court improperly to spy on a member of the Trump campaign and transition before. So I don't blame them at all for thinking they need a loyalist and somebody who is tough to go in there and make changes. Now, reading a little bit about some of his ideas, I'm open-minded to the idea that he would like to add, for instance, another side of lawyers to argue in front of the FISA court so that each side is represented. Right now, it is fairly one-sided, literally one-sided. So I'm just open-minded about him and would like to hear him answer questions.
I think open-mindedness is a good way to be right now. And I think what people are learning is whether it's Linda McMahon at Education or Pete Hegseth at the Pentagon, that Trump is not looking for people steeped in the old definition of experience with decades of service on boards and 53 degrees. He's looking for somebody with the spine of a leader, a heart for service, a brain for change to come in and shake up all of these sclerotic bureaucracies. And it looks like there are some folks who like that and some folks who don't.
Exactly. And I'm very open to reform in basically any government agency, up to and including abolishing said agencies. So I feel like I'm pretty willing to listen. But you want somebody who is not just interested in reforming or interested in sort of gutting an agency, but someone who understands it and has a vision. And so that's the part that I'm looking for when I hear folks answer questions.
Is there a Christmas gift that's being slowly assembled for us that is better than I could have ever dreamed, and that is wokeness in full retreat? You mentioned like a half hour ago on Twitter, I think she's a British actress named Jamila Jamil. Tell me about her, and listen, she's just one little indicator, but an important one. What's going on there?
No, this to me, it popped into my Instagram this morning, and I feel like it's a huge indicator. So there's an author named Africa Brooke. She has a book out called excuse me, I'm going to lose it. I'll look it up in a second. She's fantastic. She's a great thinker. She became famous by sort of going viral in 2021 with an essay entitled "Why I Left the Cult of Wokeness." She is a Zimbabwe-born British woman, and she was thinking incorrect thoughts. She was willing to put them out there in the world. She was encouraging other people in 2020 and 2021 to be brave and to push back on these cultural winds that they felt bullied by. And I've always admired her. Jamila Jamil, on the other hand, is an actress who is like a sentinel of wokeness. She is the embodiment of the cancellation culture. She's a titan of it. This week, British Vogue featured Africa Brooke, the woman with incorrect thoughts, on the nomination of Jamila Jamil, the captain of wokeness. And the idea that a person like Africa Brooke is being featured in British Vogue at the behest of someone like Jamila Jamil seems very big to me. This is a shift in the culture. Pardon?
No, just would that book be the third perspective, brave expression in the age of intolerance?
Exactly. And she's actually brave and has a record of having been so when it was tougher to say the unapproved thoughts. And so I just think Jamila Jamil probably sees the wind shifting and is like, I need to get on the other side of this. And Africa Brooke is the beneficiary of that. And all of us are the beneficiary of that because now we can honor interesting thinkers and not do this ridiculous cancellation of everything nonsense. So I'm pretty excited about what that indicates about the future.
All right, about 40 seconds. Follow Mary Katharine at MK Hammer on Twitter. 12-team college football playoff. I was skeptical, but I'm actually kind of loving it. How about you?
I am excited. Obviously, the Georgia Bulldogs had an exciting game last week, at which I attended, 8 overtimes into past midnight, and
Against Tech.
not a pristine win. I'd like to see something a little stronger, but we're going into the SEC championship this weekend. We have to take care of that, but likely in the playoffs regardless. It's been, who can complain about the last 2 weeks of college football? I mean, it's been fantastic.
Correct.
I will side with all the folks who are like, oh, they're just going to put Alabama in over all these other people with equally good records or better.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Forever, for all time.
God bless you, MK.